This is weird.
Make turn to 240, I was actually up to 75. 513, descending to 4000.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, I've just finished a load of photo editing from a recent road trip to Germany, which was all about seeing some things that I've been wanting to see for a very long time. It actually all started the weekend of the photography show in London at the Excel. Did any of you go? What did you think of the London venue instead of the NEC in Birmingham? Anyway, just before the doors opened, I grabbed this iPhone shot, which I actually quite like and wanted to share. Anyway, from there, with the van all packed up, me and the wife set off for Germany. We travelled over through the Channel Tunnel, stopping off at Calais for lunch in the sunshine. But the whole purpose of the trip was to visit a couple of aviation museums and the dams that the dam busters attacked during World War II in 1943. All of those will be coming in later videos, but this one is all about the Speyer Technik Museum and its main attractions. So, without further ado, let's do some aviation museum photography. Just to say firstly that the Speyer Technik is not exclusively an aviation museum. There's cars, bikes, trains, Wurlitzers, all sorts there. But the aviation and space exhibits are actually very good. Many of the aircraft open and accessible and displayed on stands above the ground, giving viewing angles unlike any other museum I've been to in the UK. But the most impressive aircraft is the old Lufty 747-200 set high up on this steel structure. It's an incredibly well presented exhibit, but first there's a stop off at an old Lufthansa Vickers Viscount. This aircraft wasn't too bad, but some are mounted at quite extreme angles, making walking through them a bit of a challenge, even for me. So the missus did an awesome job with her recently broken hip. Incidentally, if you collect a mat at the bottom and take it up with you, there's a slide that will whistle you all the way back down to the ground. You can see the tube weaving its way back down behind us. When you get to the top of the stairs, you're right under the main landing gear. The 747 is a big jet, but the scale is still surprising when you're underneath it. I'll be honest here, I struggled to get a decent shot from under the jet. It's just too big and close even with a wide angle lens. I had my 17mm with me. So I just tried to get some simple shots that identify it as a 747 and show the scale of it. Climbing up the spiral stairs, you can get inside and you can spend a fair bit of time here exploring inside the 747's massive fuselage.
muss der Start erfolgen, da sonst das Flugzeug auf der Startbahn nicht mehr sicher zum Stillstand gebracht werden kann. Bei VR wird der Abhebevorgang des Flugzeuges eingeleitet. Und V2 ist der Wert für die geringste Geschwindigkeit, die bei Ausfall eines Triebwerkes in Bezug zum Startgewicht gefällt. Er ist bei allen Lufthansa-Flugzeugen alle 3000 Flugstunden fällig, etwa einmal im Jahr. Eine Liste mit mehreren 100 Punkten wird abgearbeitet. Raten, Bremsen, Triebwerk und Elektronik müssen gewartet werden. Beton, Öl und andere Triebstoffe werden aufgewechselt. Kritische Bereiche der Flugzeugstruktur auf Korrektur.
Climbing up into the 747's hump, you can visit the upper deck and look into the flight deck.
Där gick internet i vilken line det är på. Nej.
But back on the main deck towards the rear of the aircraft, all of the seats, the floor, panelling and lockers have been removed so you can literally see the structure, bare metal, cables, wires and rivets that the aircraft is made from. You can even climb down into the rear cargo hold and see the structure and the workings of the aircraft down there. It's a really impressive exhibit even if you've flown on a 747 many times before. But the star of the show is being able to walk through the L3 overwing door and out onto the wing.
Oh my god, this is weird.
Again, this is actually quite difficult to photograph, not only because of the size. I actually used my iPhone to shoot a panoramic, but also because you're surrounded by a cage, understandably, but it's a great and unusual thing to be able to do. I don't know of any other museum exhibit that has anything like this. I could even see and feel the slight flexing of the wing in the wind. As you would expect, I shot quite a lot of photos. I won't show them all here, but there was a Fokker 614, the only passenger jet to have had overwing mounted engines. Another big attraction was the huge Anotonov An22, which arrived at the museum in December 1999. It's the largest turboprop aircraft in the world, powered by 4 contra-rotating propellers. Like most of the other aircraft here, you can get inside and explore. Now, I'm certainly more into aircraft than space, but a big reason that I wanted to visit Speyer Technik is it's the only place outside the USA where you can visit a space shuttle. This may look like the space shuttle that we all know and love, but this is in fact the Buran, the Soviet Union's attempt at a reusable space vehicle. Now, this one hasn't actually been into space, but it is one of a kind. It was the only one fitted with 4 turbojet engines, a prototype, enabling it to take off from a runway and fly back into a powered landing for testing purposes. If you see pictures of other Burans, they won't have the 4 engines at the back of the spacecraft. It may look almost identical to the NASA Space Shuttle orbiter, but there are some significant differences. The main one being that the NASA shuttle has its main engines, 3 of them, at the back of the orbiter, whereas the Buran relies on its main thrust coming from the Energia rocket and booster system. This meant that the Buran was effectively a lot lighter, enabling it to carry a significantly higher payload. It is said that it also has a much more efficient thermal protection system, and unlike the American version, the Buran could complete its missions completely automatically. One can't help but wonder, therefore, why there was only one mission ever completed, and even then, that was only a brief orbital test flight before the entire project was cancelled. Okay, so that was the Speyer Technik Museum. I hope you enjoyed following me around, and if you're ever in the area, I thoroughly recommend a visit. But please make sure you hit that subscribe button, because next time I'm in the sister museum just up the road, the Sinsheim Teknik, to photograph the Tupolev Tu-144 Concordski and Concorde. So I hope you can join me for that one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.